And once more, we turn another page in the story of Auntie Alice. In this excerpt, lifted from the book Legendary Territorians by an NT legend himself and Reg Harris, is the story of Alice Springs legends, the sports car doctor, and the man with 5 brothers. Alice Springs has always been a town of memorable characters, from daring adventurers to tireless multitaskers. In the 1950s, Dr. John Hargrave and Cliffy Langmead each left their mark in very different ways. One through a hair-raising encounter with a train, and the other by taking on a multitude of roles that would have seemed impossible for any one single man. Let's talk about John Hargrave. He was a young doctor attached to the Alice Springs Hospital in the 1950s who happened to own a nice-looking, low-slung sports car. On one drive just south of Heavy Tree Gap, he attempted to cross the railway line to inspect the old wartime fuel tanks. Halfway across, the low centre of his car became stuck between the tracks, leaving all 4 wheels hanging mid-air. And things were about to get worse. He heard a whistle and saw a train approaching. Dr. Hargrave ran around a hill frantically signalling for the driver to stop. The driver didn't stop and instead just simply waved back, thinking Dr. Hargrave was a train enthusiast. The more Dr. Hargrave waved, the more the driver waved back. Then an inevitable date with disaster came. The train came around the bend and demolished his beloved sports car. Dr. Hargrave later moved to Darwin, where he took control of a leper colony and provided great service until his retirement in the late 1990s. Next up is the story of the versatile Cliffy Langmead, a handyman for Lie Underdown at the Alice Springs Hotel and one of the hardest workers you've ever met. A Melbourne journalist famously wrote that Cliffy must have had 5 brothers. He simply couldn't believe one man could handle so many different jobs. As scribbled in the journalist's own words, in 1948, I arrived in Alice by the Gan and was met by Cliffy, who put my luggage in his car, then transported me to the Alice Springs Hotel. I then walked to the reception desk to arrange my room booking, which once more was carried out by Cliffy. I showered and then changed, and then decided a beer would be nice. I made my way to the bar and placed my order with Cliffy. It was Saturday night and the only entertainment in Alice Springs was the open-air picture theatre, just across the road from the hotel. I approached the ticket box and was issued a ticket by Cliffy. It was winter and a cold night, and at interval time I decided a hot cup of coffee would be nice. I ordered from the theatre shop, and you can guess it, who served me was Cliffy. Monday was a holiday and race day in the Alice. I was advised by Lie that his horse Pseudo was a sure thing. Well, surprise, surprise, the jockey was none other than Cliffy. About this time, the journalist concluded that no one person could do so many jobs, hence the headline, The Man with 5 Identical Brothers. The thing is, this was not a tourist gimmick. Cliffy actually did all those jobs, and in fact so many more for Lie Underdown, all on one pay packet and with not as much appreciation from his boss either. Whether it was Dr. Hargrave's infamous sports car mishap or Cliffy's multitasking around the Alice Springs Hotel, these stories remind us that life in the outback has never been dull, and that a little bit of skill, a hell of a load of work ethic, and a touch of audacity could turn ordinary people into local legends that people would still talk about for decades to come.
Join us next time for more stories and Legendary Territorians by Reg Harris.